Hey fam, Chrissy here once again. Welcome back to the channel. I hope that from wherever you my lovelies are watching this from, you're doing alright and God has protected you and preserved you very well. I do appreciate all of you that keep supporting, and of course a special shout out to my members for supporting exclusively. Yes, thank you so very much. Yes, to today's episode. As you know, we always have a good one to look at, and get entertained. In this one, Chinese landed on the MAGA side of TikTok and they are trolling the hell out of them. They are. ha! This will be worth looking at, guys. They are literally making memes, mocking JD Vance's eyeliner. They have made AI videos of MAGA'S. Guys, like, I've compiled a number of stitches for us to look at of this China troll. Who knew or ever thought that this drama is gonna turn like this? We have to look at all these videos together, the stitches, and we'll come back and talk about it. But if you're landing on here for your very first time, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think about this MAGA trolling.
MAGA people, you guys are really dumb. Seriously, the whole world know you guys are dumb. Only you guys don't know about it. I'm Chinese, I'm just very straightforward. You guys are so stupid. If the lies too complicated, you guys cannot even understand. So politicians have to make the most obvious, most ridiculous lies, and you guys like, oh, I get it, that makes sense.
MAGA, can you tell me you are not made in China?
I'm made in PRC.
Yeah, baby. We won. But I have a question. What is PRC?
China.
MAGA, you are so obsessed with what about this, what about that? This and that, all propaganda. Everything you know about the other country is propaganda. You live in a propaganda cage, your so-called free media controlled by same group oligarchs. And your Google is super censored. Okay, I'm not saying I'm free. Nobody is totally free. We all working class, somebody manipulating us. But yours, doing you so hard, oh my God, hurts. Buy some lube from China. Without United States, you have nothing, China. Yes, MAGA, we don't have child labor, school shooting, homeless problem, genocide, oligarchy monopoly, crazy expensive yet inefficient healthcare system, heavy tax on working class, property tax every year, anti-Semitism awareness law, a supremacy bubble you live in, built by multi-billion-dollar worth propaganda, a fake free speech, fake democracy. Yeah, you guys got it all. Also, we don't have MAGA.
Please tell me that you guys have seen the new Chinese commercial that Chinese have made through AI mocking the United States to make America great again. I'm going to show you the video. So many questions about this that they made, and it's kind of sad in a way to show their work conditions. But anyway, back to the United States. Why is everyone so obese in this video? Are some skinny people in America? That was my first question, was like, but this is crazy. And I wonder if Trump's seen this.
Chinese people actually have a nickname for Donald Trump. We call him 川建国. So Chuan obviously is related to Trump. It's a similar sound. And Jianguo is a very patriotic name for Chinese people. It literally means build a nation. So Trump has always been using China as the evil one to unite his following. Using China as a smokescreen to cover up what he actually is doing. But from Chinese people or Chinese government's perspective, what Donald Trump is doing is uniting China is making China looking really good on an international stage. And China didn't even have to invent anything because Donald Trump already did what they can never imagine. Like, it's beyond their wildest dream. So yeah, to Chinese people, that's a very patriotic behavior, so we gave him the name 川建国.
They rob you blind and you thank them for it. That's a tragedy. That's a scam. That's why I'm saying this right now. Americans, you don't need a tariff. You need a revolution. For decades, your government and oligarchs only ship your job to China. Not for diplomacy, not for peace, but to exploit cheap laborers. And in the process, they hollowed out your middle class, crushed your working class, and told you to be proud while they sold your future for profit. And yes, China made money, but we used it to build roads, lift millions out of poverty, fund healthcare, raise living standard. We reinvested in our people. My family also benefited from it. What did your oligarchs do? They bought yachts, private jets, mansions with golf course driveways. They manipulated the market, dodged tax, and poured billions into endless wars. And you get stagnated wages, crippling healthcare cost, cheap dopamine, debt, and flagged wave property made in China while they pick your pocket. For 40 years, both China and the United States benefit from the trade, the manufacturing, but only one of us use that wealth to build. This isn't China's fault. This is yours. You let this happen. You let the oligarchs fit your lies while they made you fat, poor, and addicted. Now they blame China for mess they made. I don't think so. I don't think you need another tariff. You need to wake up. You need to take your country back. I think you need a revolution.
Yo guys, let's go do some grocery shopping in China now and listen to my new American friend David's comments on me on Red Note today. The only thing uglier than your opinions is the symmetry of your face, and that's saying something. A talking terracotta, truly made in China. Your voice is where melodies go to die. Each note falls like a bird with no wings. Thou speakest ill of the land that letteth thee, thou tongue. Why wit thy friend? Thy mouth would stay shut. That's actually pretty creative. Let me come up with something in Chinese. 子欲效沙翁之才，奈何技穷如黔驴。禽兽之变诈几何哉？只增笑耳。It's always the ones with faces built like expired Play-Doh that have the most to say. I wonder why you keep talking. Your English is a half-baked pie. Looks promising, but collapses when you take a bite. Listening to you speak English is like hearing a symphony played on untuned instruments. Painful and confusing. Smiley face. Is this a silent film? Because I'm not hearing any words. Or does your tiny little brain, figuratively big though, has none? 你这英文发音像兵马俑嘴里夹了块砖. Nice rhetoric. I'm glad that you're willing to learn another language to diss me. Woohoo! Finally, we're back home. I also bought an order of chicken and duck rice on the way. Don't ask me why, because it's cheap. So I want to show you guys. So that's what I got. And I paid $4.25 for it. Really good, trust me. And to you, David, I don't know why you sound so aggressive. I don't really know you, but it seems that your life is miserable. But don't worry, if you ever come to China, I want to buy you an order of the chicken duck rice as well. And also, I do live stream every day in China. If you ever want to come to say hi during my live stream, feel free to do so. David, remember, your terracotta warrior loves you.
Oh my God, you're even prettier than I thought you'd be.
Trump socks. Oh my God, what? Made in, oh, not the USA.
Twinkle, twinkle, tower tall, made in China lines the hall. Hats and mugs from foreign lands, branded red by greedy hands. Wave your flag, then hide the tag. True stuff fits in every bag.
This is Charles Schwab. It's not just a company, it's actually an individual. And he made $2.5 billion today, and he made 900 million.
Twinkle, twinkle, tariff rise. No one warned, just code goodbyes. It tax your hopes, they slap your trade, while Schwab counts what he just made. 2.5 bill in a day, but hey, it's freedom, they all say.
Why don't you wear a suit? Why don't you wear a suit? You're the highest level.
Twinkle, twinkle, falling star, came for help from lands afar. Worn no suit, but worn torn thread. They mocked his clothes, not what he said. As for peace, say, as for ties, what drones lit up the evening skies.
My American followers, welcome to a clean, safe, heavily used mass rapid transit system. I know, you've never seen it in America. It even plays music while it arrives.
Yo, why is China eating us up right now? This is the aftermath of calling that woman Kamala over and over again. And then they got bro in here. Bro's like, how did I end up here? My entire life I've done so much. How did I end up making a bra? Why do I hear the echo of uneducated and low IQ over and over again when I see these Wisconsin moms making stuff? Oh man, I don't know why these are so funny. And this is just the beginning, y'all. This is just the beginning. I'm going to do multiple parts of these because there are multiple commercials.
I'm gonna take a little bit of time to respond to this. I've seen this kind of comments from Trump supporters or so-called MAGA people over and over again, a couple thousands now probably, and that's okay. I think you guys are missing the point, and that's fine. I kind of feel that the frustration from the rest of the American now, but the thing is, I have a lot of Trump supporter friends. I'm personally, my personality and culture is very leaning to the conservative side. So, but we have to give more educated answer to everything, right? I'm not gonna troll any of the MAGA people or making fun of MAGA people, whatever. I think they're nice people, right? But I do prefer more educated conversation.
Allow me to be very brief. J.D. Vance and I went to the same law school, Yale Law School. I was 20 years ahead of him, and I'm ashamed for the ignorance and the bigotry he demonstrated. Because he called China the peasants financed them, the peasants sold them goods. Let me just make one simple point. The middle class in China is larger than the total population in the United States. The urban population in China is about 3 times as big as the total population of the United States. So, my advice to my alumni at Yale Law School, J.D. Vance, is wake up, or you go back to school to study more diligently to avoid making yourself a fool in front of the world.
We don't need those USA first people in humanity. We don't need a Federal Reserve. We don't need Wall Street. We don't need those narcissistic Paris plunders in humanity. MAGA, the Federal Reserve using dollar to exploit people all around the world. And you didn't get the benefits. You pay tax and the tax money go to war. Why you sound so proud? Hello from China. Let me show you the United States products in my home. Nothing. Do you have something from China in your home? Hi, I'm only joking with you. Why your MAGA suddenly get all so defensive and start to throwing all this Western propaganda about China at me? Those propaganda created to enslave you. It doesn't work on me. I know real China. You think you don't have master? Then why you are being a financial slave? The student loan, all the interest of your loan is crazy. It's illegal in China. I'm sure you don't have products from China. You have products from PRC. Rest of the world. By the way, Donald Trump already caved in. Check the news. You must admit that Western propaganda is the best propaganda in humanity history. They make you know 1989. They don't make you know 1970 in Kent State, 1985 Philadelphia, right? Like a Chinese, we don't know about this dark history of Western countries. But you guys all know China's? So smart. Go criticize your own government, boy. No, MAGA, I don't want to criticize my own government. My government doing fantastic job compared to your government. Imagine my government is my boyfriend. Your government is your boyfriend. My boyfriend is rich, being responsible, and do me good in bed. And your government, poor, steal your money, gaslighting you with fake democracy, fake freedom. Meanwhile, I'm here, and you're there. Oh, I just love the way he lied to me. Also, your boyfriend having golden shower with his master behind your back. Guess who his master? Hello, the good Americans. You have seen me on Red Note. I was posting video there and being polite, showing you the real China, debunking some Western propaganda about China. But here on TikTok, I become sarcastic and mean to MAGA because Donald Trump started trading war with us and JD Vance called us peasants. So I don't think they deserve our polite or kind anymore. So, fuck MAGA. So many MAGA leave messages like, soon I will have no products from China. Yeah, that's only because soon you will have no home. Sorry, that's not funny. In China, we all have homes. Even the poorest have home, can afford fresh vegetable, meat, eggs. That's just like basic human rights in China. And I hope you also have that basic human rights. My dear MAGA, that is not called so many. Chinese people are all around the world because there's over 1.4 billion Chinese, and the Chinese people have money to move around. You don't. Yeah, imagine why your importers only import cheap garbage and sell you with high price. Look, this garbage only $2 to buy, and in your country it will at least $19. Who's laughing now? MAGA, let me tell you a secret. Your president, do you know your presidents? They all have the same master, and this master like to pee on them. And your government pays so many terrorists in other country, the most evil terrorists, to make trouble in their country, to start color revolution. So many places happened already. So you are not making America great again. You are following a demon straight to hell. MAGA, stop sending me private messages. I'm not gonna answer you. And if you all believe I eat cat or dog, I believe you eat child, dumbass. By the way, I only post on TikTok right now, no other platform.
You guys, China is trolling the shit out of JD Vance on TikTok. And just put this up.
乡巴佬眼线笔，中国制造，质量可靠。
Okay, it said Sister Hillbilly Eyeliner, and they have JD Vance in a full smoky eye and completely in drag. And here's the thing, like, you wouldn't just randomly make such a video about like Governor Tim Walz because he doesn't give those vibes. JD Vance runs around with certain degrees of eyeliner on all the time. Everybody knows that he was like the hillbilly elegy, and then he goes off to Peter Thiel's gay camp and comes back yassified wearing all that eyeliner, and he is about to pop a smoky eye. And the Chinese are trolling the shit out of MAGA. They are eviscerating MAGA. And what's so screwed up about this entire thing is our standing with the economy, with our country, with our military, with everything just 90 days ago was so much greater than it is now because we elected criminals, real criminals. When Trump talks about the homegrowns, it's him. It's him and his administration.
The merch is by people and made in China.
It's anything, it's made in the USA. Oh, nope, nope, not China. Made in, oh, not the USA. Oh, nope, that's made in China. Okay, so maybe all of it's made in China.
It's not funny to see our beloved Vice President JD Vance getting trolled by China. That's hilarious. Yeah, unfortunately, JD Vance is now the target of some ruthless trolling from China because of his eyeliner. That's right, JD Vance, known for his hardline views, is getting mocked for wearing makeup in public, and China is absolutely loving it. Imagine being trolled by an entire nation for your look while you're in the middle of a trade war with them. It all started when a photojournalist confirmed Vance wears eyeliner. Yes, eyeliner, out in public. China seized the moment, using his own image to roast him for his smoky eye look, mocking his tough guy persona that MAGA followers love to promote. But this isn't just about cosmetics, it's about hypocrisy. While JD Vance and his allies on the far-right posture as tough anti-China warriors, they're getting publicly humiliated for their tough guy image that doesn't match reality. In the midst of this geopolitical tension with China, Vance's eye makeup became the symbol of everything wrong with the MAGA approach, rhetoric without substance. As China publicly calls out Vance and other MAGA figures for their faux masculinity, the US economy faces real consequences. And let's not forget Trump, who's also been caught up in this mess, adding fuel to the fire. So while Vance might be playing the tough guy on the world stage, China has turned his makeup routine into a viral laughingstock. But why does this matter? It's not just a joke. It's a moment of reckoning for the entire MAGA movement, and China is exploiting it for all it's worth. Stay tuned, this is only getting started.
You know where we are? We're in Chongqing, China. Look at this. We're literally in the sky. Look at this. It's so high. It's so high. It's like we're...
The fact that they are literally mocking this country worries me to the point that TikTok might be officially over. Y'all, China is not backing down when it comes to these tariffs, and it kind of scares me at this point because if you haven't heard, yes, the extension has been approved, but this might actually be the last extension that we might see when it comes to the TikTok affiliates. News updater Aaron, he basically mentioned the other day that it was not going to come to an ultimate decision when it comes to TikTok, the decision itself, and to a significant deal until these tariff situation comes to a close. China is pushing back so much that started to release more and more of their warehouse videos. I know y'all seen them all over your feed. Just for the sake of entertainment, I am really curious to know what y'all think about all of this stuff that's going on and whether or not y'all are going to continue to push out content just in the midst of everything.
Among the MAGA'S, a lack of education is common, leading to a limited understanding of the world around them. This undereducation fuels their reliance on
Hello from China. Let me show you the United States products in my home. Nothing. Do you have something from China in your home?
I'm an American and I love America, but as much as I hate to admit, I looked around my house to see what I have that's made in America and what I have that's made possibly in China, and I'm scared to tell you that this is made in China. This that I use every single day, made in China. What I use to shave my head, in big words, made in China. My phones, made in China. The way I charge my phones, made in China. Wax removal tool, made in China. How I fix my car, made in China. Damn. Flash drives, made in China. Chargers, more chargers, made in China. Laptop, made in China. Damn, cups made in China. Shelves made in China. Tables made in China. Everything I own is made in China. The American flag that I have is made in China. I feel like we're closer to Chinese people than we are to ourselves. Because as it stands, I buy more things from my Chinese brethren than I do from my American ones. And when I go on social media, it's the American people that are arguing and fighting with each other. I'm not arguing and fighting with Chinese people. I guarantee that if anybody checks how many things they have that are made in China, you're gonna realize that we depend on China as Americans.
Oh, I'm not offended. I'm not offended. I think a lot of people are not offended because, in case you don't know, China is an agricultural country and a lot of us are descendants of farmers and descendants of peasants, and that's totally fine because in our value system, we praise hardworking people, and the farmers are the people who is the foundation of the country. It's the foundation of people because they grow food. So I am not offended. Sorry.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but they will be taking this app away from us. Why you say that? That Chinese man came on here and said, these are all the things I have in my house from America. Now, what do you have in your house from China? He ate with that. He ate us up with that. And another man came on here and said, what y'all need to do is start a revolution. He said, they shipped all y'all jobs over to China for cheap labor. And he said, did we make money off of it? Yeah, we sure did. But you know what we did with the money? We actually helped our people. We actually built infrastructure. We actually made housing affordable. We gave them health care. And what did y'all get? Nothing. They've been on here eating us up. That man also said the American government is doing that to y'all because y'all allow it. When they get in that briefing room and they start talking about all these posts that China is making on TikTok, airing their dirty laundry out, yeah, go ahead. They're gonna say, see, that Chinese communist app gots to go. Gots to go. They're gonna take it. They're gonna take it.
We're not accepting any Americans' apologies, so please don't apologize in people's live stream and comments. You guys didn't do anything wrong. Ask whoever called us peasants to apologize. He's not a man-child. He's not your kid. Why do we need to do that for him?
I want you guys to let me know what you think in the comment section. But this trolling is working. A lot of Americans are coming out there like, it's so sad to admit that these things are true. Like, how dare you tell us you don't have any American products, but then can we show you all the Chinese products that we have? Those of you that are watching me, how many Chinese products do you have? This is so hard. It is so hilarious. I can't lie. US is scoring 0. And the China trolls are getting all the scores. Like, the eyeliner on JD Vance, dude came out and called Chinese peasants. Meanwhile, Make America Great Hearts, right? Great Again Hearts are made in China, and the eyeliners that he has are made in China too. Like, meanwhile, the one that is calling Chinese peasants is borrowing money from them. And then all these AI, right? Trolls of MAGA'S in factories and doing all these dirty jobs, right? A lot of Americans are saying this is a typical Trump supporter. That is exactly how typical Trump supporters look like. And it all started with these manufacturers telling Americans, we are actually the ones that are making these luxurious foods and all of that, right? And Americans decided, to just twist. And they're like, man, MAGAs are so easily, like, they can easily be lied to, which is very true. Like, seriously, a lot of everything they know is propaganda, and a lot of Chinese are like, your propaganda is not going to work on us. You know how? You know how crazy that is, right? Telling a real Chinese that this is what you're going through, your country is like this, and this is how they're exploiting you when you've not lived their reality. But that's because, your MAGA president has been telling you this is what is going on in China. He's never lived there, and you has never lived there too. You're believing this. And then he's like, your propaganda is not going to work on me because I know the real China. It's so crazy. Like, seriously. Trump made all of this trade war and all this drama thinking that he's going to bring China to their knees. But it looks like, he's bringing the toxic, people in a toxic relationship even together, and they're stronger, and that's why they're doing what they're doing. I want to use this situation to really explain what is going on right here. Like, have you ever seen someone that is in a toxic relationship, right? And then they come to you, my partner is doing this. Can you imagine he's being verbally abusive? Can you imagine this is not happening? This and that, and they're telling you everything, and you call out the toxicity, and you be like, that is toxic. You are with a narcissistic person. That is, a psychopath, and and you, because you think this person is opening up to you because, they want a listening ear, but at the same time, they want you to open their eyes, right? And then this person, after listening to everything you have to say, they go back to their partners and they tell them everything you say. And then these people bundle up together and they come to fight you. Yeah, they come to fight you because now, right? Now all of a sudden, you are the one that is working towards the failure of their relationship. You want them to break up. Like, you didn't go searching for this. They came telling you their issues, right? But because, they are realizing now they have someone to put their energy towards, someone to fight, because people in toxic relationships, the only time they have a conversation is when they're arguing and just fighting, right? They don't have healthy conversations. So if they have someone to fight against and direct their energy to, they will do that, right? Until when, like, they are done putting you down, and then they will go back to fighting again and but they are not really coming up to solutions and stuff like that. So I'm using this situation because I feel like what happened here, Trump thought he's going to make sure he tears these people asunder. Unfortunately, yes, they do have issues. They have their own, problems, but they are putting all of that aside and they're like, you know what? Let's fight US. They started this, and I feel like it's crazy how they started this entire thing and then they're like, it's a mistake that China retaliated. Like, you slapped them and you wanted them not to slap back, right? Because that's what MAGA does, right? Anywho, I can't lie, this is hilarious. The MAGAs in factories, the MAGAs being called out for the propagandas they believe and how they can easily be fooled. And to be honest, these are real things. Isn't it crazy that even he lied to them with just, and they, that's what makes this even funnier. But I want you guys to let me know what you think in the comment section. All countries, like one of the Chinese man said, nobody's free. We are all not free, but there's a difference, right? At least China is doing something for their people, right? But you Americans don't need MAGA. You need a revolution. Yeah. China is exposing the people that have been, enslaving Americans and all of that. And I'm not saying that Chinese are not slaves in their own countries. We all know. Otherwise, they wouldn't want to be going to other countries anyway. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe. I think from me, that's it for today. But this MAGA trolling is really good. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and I think I'll see you in another amazing video. Until then, my name is Gracie and I love all of you. Bye.